and you are not. You and the person who's with you with their arms folded, y'all are excused. Goodbye. Here on Rick Contreras.
I am, Your Honor.
Yes.
Judge, Mr. Coquette is important to 170 this morning.
Mhm.
So he is obviously not here because he is down at 1.5. But I was disappointed on the felonies about 3 weeks ago. There's evidence I need to review, there's videos, all kinds of stuff I need to review, contact some witnesses. So if possible, if we could just reset this matter.
Okay, so where's Mr. Contreras?
He's in custody.
Okay, have they brought him out?
No, he's in 1.5. He was on the 175th docket.
Oh, no. No, I'm just wondering. He said he was on the 175th docket. If he's,
He has a case in the 175th.
okay, so why is he here?
No, MTR.
Well, who has the Lord J in? Because, all right, so we need to see if he still needs to be here.
Not sure, Your Honor. He's on the MTR.
MTR.
Okay, so we'll see if he should still be here or if he should be totally in the 175th.
Okay.
Jason, I'm gonna reset Rick Contreras. He's on page 28, but defense counsel is telling me he's not here because he's also on the docket in 175th.
He's in
Yes,
custody.
you mentioned that earlier.
So maybe he shouldn't be with us. So we shall see.
I don't know if the MTR is, we have an MTR here.
I think
Mhm.
yours is older.
If ours is older, they should be transferring it.
But
We should-
but I don't, it's not I think I've been dealing with Mr. Peter down there. So that if possible, maybe I know the policy, but we could just move it down there.
All right, so we're gonna recall this for June 27th.
Okay.
And we'll see where we are.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Yes.
Thank you.
Melanie Barron. You have to let me know when you're headed back to Japan. That's on my list.
About all the time.
I need to go there for the anime alone.
Yeah, April's a good time to get it.
Okay.
Cherry blossom.
Okay. But if they have rain before, I'm gonna be so disappointed. And I need to go there for ramen. You know, now there's a company who makes the seasonings and everything that goes into ramen. And they have a seafood version and a chicken version, however you want it, and you just do your own noodles and just dump it in. All right, so where are we on discovery?
Your Honor, that's one of the reasons I'm asking for a reset, so I can have a little bit more time to look over some discovery. This is our first setting.
All right, then we will come back July 15th or July 16th.
Either day works.
All right, so we'll do July 15th.
Thank you, Judge. May we be excused?
Once I give you the reset form and she signs it, then you can be excused.
Do you ever go on cruises?
No, I don't do the cruise. You know, I can't swim. And you know what my biggest fear is? That I'm on a cruise and somehow I end up in the water. And then the next thing I know, my mom will say, she'll be on everybody's news channel. I know my baby would never have gotten on a cruise ship because she can't, swim, and she'd be accusing people of a crime. And then they'd have a video of me waving to people. Yay. So no.
Not doing the cruise.
And my other fear is being left behind.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Which has happened.
Oh, see, I can't have that. Abel Favala. All right, the court is calling 2023 CR 0056, State of Texas versus Thomas Navarro. And just one moment. Excuse me. On this case, I don't have the admonishments, the waiver and affidavit of admonitions.
That's both of us today.
No, I guess the other one mixed up with this one,
Oh,
so
no problem.
as far as that weapon issue.
All right, if you all will just have a seat, they're gonna try to find where the admonitions are. So just have a seat and we'll take that up. Oh, no problem. Alex Neosek? Yes.
You had car trouble.
Yes.
The judge, my client called me this morning about 7:45. He had engine trouble this morning. He said his engine blew up.
Mhm.
So I informed him to get his car towed, get me some paperwork to provide to the court. So I'm asking the court if the court would allow me the opportunity to provide that to the court and then give him perhaps a setting next week.
Oh, I'll give him till 1:30 to give me something to show that,
Okay.
all right,
All right.
thank you. Robert Uridalis. Is this a motion to revoke? Are you all ready to proceed on the motion to revoke?
We're not.
Why not?
In talking with Mr. Urdelis this morning, he indicates that he's hired another attorney, and apparently that attorney has not made his appearance. We'd ask for a short reset if that's possible.
Well, has he filed a notice of retained counsel?
No.
Who's the attorney?
His name's Anthony, I don't know his last name. First name's Anthony.
Attorney Hernandez?
You know what? This is bringing me back to my days as a defense attorney. You remember when your client would ask you to find a star witness and they would just give you their nickname? Do you remember Grantley Boxhill? That was the investigator I would always use. He was such a great guy. And I'll never forget, I had this client on the eve of trial. And when I say the eve of trial, jury is really in the hallway. And he comes to my investigator. And next thing I know, I send Box out to find somebody named Fatback who lives on the east side.
Oh.
And do you know? Yes. And so that was back in the day where everybody still used the telephone book. And I can say this because my client has since passed, but I was like, can we look him up in the telephone book? Do they have? And you know what I did? I looked in the phone book. There was no one, not first name Fat, last name Back, not. But that same day, and we were in front of Judge Angelini, Box went out and he found Fatback. And yada, 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 in the words of Seinfeld, Fatback was not called as a witness for good reasons. So here's the thing. We're going to go unless you can tell me who this Anthony person is. I have no idea who Anthony is. So we're going to proceed. Nobody's filed a notice of appearance. You just come to me with the name of Anthony. There's nothing I can do with that. So y'all need to confer.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. All right, Carly Green.
We filed a motion to modify bond. I'll give a copy of the state and hopefully, but we'll.
I mean, do you want to hear that right now?
It's possibly.
You know what, it's saying May 25th. It's already passed.
May 25th.
Yeah.
But, oh, we just, he filed it last night. I don't, it may not even be in the file yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's all right.
All right, so you're in jury trial?
Yes, ma'am. Maybe
All right, so everyone, please whisper. When do you think the trial will conclude?
Thursday afternoon.
All right, so when do you want this called back? Because I know sometimes you have to have some downtime from a trial.
Well, I'll say this, I'm out of town the first 2 weeks of July. Going to Canada, hooray. So sometime either between then or after that, if that makes sense.
All right, so you want July 15th?
We get back on the 16th. I would say the 17th or later would be ideal.
All right, you want to do it the 18th?
That works.
All right. All right, and so when you come back on the 18th, we're going to give you your jury trial date for this.
Sounds good, Judge.
All right, once you sign the reset form, you're excused.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, and I talked to you about being late last time and you're on time.
Early.
Yeah, you were early. And
I
thanks
made
for,
sure.
thank you. And Drace, thank you for dressing appropriately for court.
Phone number on the bottom, I'll get you. Oh, you're lucky. Okay, another. Phone number, just, yeah, the some on the bottom.
Okay, I just noticed we have the old docket sheet back.
Yeah.
Ah, okay. Jose Gonzalez.
Morning, Your Honor. He's on Zoom. We're ready for the CPS records and apparently the date's been told they won't have until July 29th.
All right, state. Family violence. All right, Jose Gonzalez, are you there?
He says he's waiting to get let in.
Is this Jose
Yes,
Gonzalez? All right, sir, you need to find a seat. All right, so CPS records.
I don't know anything about CPS records, but I was told that July 29th is when they'll be ready, apparently, is what they communicated to the DA's office, so.
Yeah,
Why?
I don't know.
Huh?
CPS just sent me an email yesterday saying they're not gonna be ready until the 29th of July.
Okay, so here's my question. It appears, is Child Protective Services involved in this case?
I don't know, Judge, we have not, she did confer with the state through our advocate, we have not spoken, this was, the person that no longer is in this court had this case from the start point, so. I am not up to speed on this case.
All right, because
Yes,
it,
Judge, there's a CPS case.
and there's a CPS case that's open.
I believe it's still open, yes.
All right, so there shouldn't be any problem with CPS records for July 29th. All you do is go over to the state's attorney on the CPS side, and they should have all the records.
Our process is typically just subpoenaing the records through our normal channel, and if they tell us the 29th, I'm not sure what else I can do.
Oh, just go to the prosecutor who has the CPS case, and they have the records. They're actually in the process of trying the case. That's what defense is telling me, that she believes that there's an open CPS case. If the CPS case is open and still pending, that means that the prosecutors in CPS court have all these records. Otherwise, they wouldn't be able to have their case going in CPS court.
I don't know if it's open or closed, Your Honor. I'm
Okay.
happy to look into that today.
Okay.
But again, this was one that was an ADA that's not in this court anymore.
Okay, all right. I'm recalling this for July 8th. All right.
Is it for the pretrial judge?
Yes, it's for the CPS records.
Which I think, is that the week after the 4th?
Yes.
Okay, I think I'm good then. Thank you.
All right, see y'all then.
All right, thanks, Judge.
All right, thank you, sir. Thank you for
Thank you.
dressing appropriately for Zoom.
Yes, ma'am. Appreciate y'all. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, so here's my question. I don't know anything about your case. This manslaughter case, is it involving a vehicle?
It is.
Okay,
Both parties were in a vehicle.
all right. So this is, I guess, alleged to, well, the state is alleging it's manslaughter. I'm assuming there's
We,
accident or
it
something.
is, and the
Okay.
point of contention is gonna be causation, so that's gonna be a heavily litigated issue.
All right, we're gonna go on the record. Court is calling 2023 CR 8868, State of Texas versus Samuel Brock. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Andrew Harrison.
Defense,
Jody Sawyers,
and are you Mr. Bach?
ma'am.
All right, defense has filed a motion for continuance. State, do you have any objections? All right, so this case has been going on in this court since January 2024. And I'm just receiving information that there may be medical records for the complainant. Why am I just now receiving this?
that's a great question. The state asked for 3 continuances while they said they were talking to the complaining witness, and we thought we were gonna work this case out. And when they talked to the complaining witness, they still had to talk to their superiors, so the state got 3
Right,
continuances.
complaining witnesses, it's a manslaughter that they,
Their family, his
Ah,
family.
the family,
I
okay.
apologize. To be clear, his family. So, I mean, we thought we were gonna resolve this case. And that's what we were led to believe at the last setting that we had. We were not able to resolve it. And that is what shifted gears. So we are not, I mean, we have the records, but we don't have the records that are behind the autopsy reports that we now need. Because as I put in there, the drug screen initially says no drugs detected. But now I need the underlying data because I have something that actually contradicts the fact that this particular complaining witness would have and should have had stuff in his system.
so you're assuming that because he was prescribed these medications, he was taking these medications?
Well, he said the day before to his doctor, he was taking them. So that, and coupled with the fact that I need to see what they screened for, it's possible that they didn't test, that these wouldn't have triggered, and I need to know that. So that's where we're looking for that data as well from the state, as well as we need time to get experts, which we believe it will take us approximately 30 to 60 days. I'm asking for a reset toward the end of August.
Okay, I can tell you right now, we're not doing 30 to 60 days for a jury trial. You all are coming back because this is an old case. We've been dealing with discovery since January. And I know people don't think that's old, but in this court, that's old. So this is what's going to end up happening. We're coming back and we're coming back on July 15th. On July 15th, state whatever records you have from the autopsy report, whatever medical data as it relates to drug testing needs to be turned over at that time or before that time to the defense. And defense, you need to specifically address with the state what you're looking for with regards to those records. And then you all need to be off record and talk to the inmate and see whether the toxicology report is. Does everyone understand?
Yes,
The records that you've received, they're gonna have to have been reviewed by the 15th. Okay?
now, Your Honor, just to let the court know, I have had a vacation letter on file for the 15th through the 22nd for months now. It's my 50th birthday.
Oh, no, you got to celebrate your birthday. So we're gonna come back on July 10th.
Yes, thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Oh, and happy 50th.
Thank you.
They say that's the best one.
Ted keeps saying it only comes around once, and I was like, so did my 49. I don't
Yeah.
understand why. we're-
And you know, when you tell people you're 29, that's the one that they don't believe. Because when I was 29, they're like, you're not 29. Either, nobody is ever 29. They act as though that age does not exist. But when I was 50, those were the days. All right, once you sign the reset form, you're excused.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Have a good day, Your Honor.
Thank you, and thank you for dressing appropriately for court. All right, court is calling 2023 CR 0056, State of Texas versus Thomas Navarro. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state? Defense?
William Davidson.
And are you Mr. Navarro? All right, you entered a plea to count 2 on May 28th of no contest. You pled true to the enhancement. The court found the enhancement true. Your range of punishment is anywhere from 5 to 99 years or life because it's a first-degree felony. However, according to the plea bargain agreement, your punishment is to be assessed at a cap of 10 years in the prison. The state is opposed to your application for deferred adjudication or community supervision. There's a $1,500 fine. The state is taking 2 causes into consideration. And then there's restitution to 6 persons and 1 entity, and that will be Circle K at Crestway. All right, there was not a PSI requested in this case. Defense, do you have any witnesses?
It's my client now. Well, actually, I have one more witness who just showed up.
Sure.
Shannon, what's your last name? No. Dell.
All right, if you'll step back here, sir. Defense, call your witness.
Shannon?
All right, if you can raise your right hand for me, do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
All right, you can lower your hand. Make sure you keep your voice up so the court reporter can hear and I can hear.
Okay.
All right, state your name for the record.
Shannon Dowdell.
Shannon.
Dowdell.
And
Dowdell.
To put him on deferred probation. Would you help him go to his appointments or do anything he had to do to comply?
Of course.
And do you have a criminal background?
No, Your Honor.
And are you addicted to any drugs?
No.
And where was he working prior to this?
He was working for, he was lifting houses and leveling out the foundation of homes.
Okay. Do you know whether or not he could get that job back?
Yes, it's waiting for him.
And as far as drug treatment, how does he address his heroin problem at this point?
He had just started using methadone prior to this.
When you say methadone, you mean a clinic?
Yes.
And you're aware of this case before you came in here today, correct?
Yes.
I'm gonna pass it with Sean.
all right,
I'm sorry, man, what's your full name?
Shannon Dowdell.
So you were there when he was arrested on October 17th, 2022?
No, I was not.
You're Kim Dow, right?
Yes. Oh, in the car when we got pulled over, yes, I was the driver.
Because you were there. Heroin was found on him,
It was not found on him.
found in the car.
It was not found in the car.
What was it found?
The police officer had found it, on neck underneath like the passenger side on the ground.
Stepped out of the car.
No, not when he stepped out of the car. We had actually, no, it was not.
Was there marijuana found in the car?
Yes, there was.
You charged with that?
No, it was not.
And you're also aware that that Mr. Navarro is also a documented, Texas Mafia member?
I heard that was his past.
That's his past.
Yes.
When did he, leave that organization?
I'm not aware.
So you're not aware when he left, but you're aware that he did leave.
Yes.
No further questions, John.
That's all I have for this one, Michelle.
All right. Do you have any children?
Yes, I do.
What are their ages?
25, 21, 18, 17, 10, 9, and about to be 8.
All right, you say 10, 9, and what else?
About to be 8. He'll be 8 on the 23rd of this.
All right, and do your children live with you?
Yes, they do.
All right, so you knew of Mr. Navarro's past before you started dating him?
I did, Your Honor.
All right, and so has he been living with you?
He did live with me, Your Honor.
All right,
During the time that he lived with me, he was clean. He wasn't doing any drugs. He was going to work every day. He was giving me his paycheck. When he did relapse, he was not allowed to be in my home. And that's apparently when all of this has come
so,
up.
but you knew about his past and you thought this would be a great influence for your children?
He was not on drugs when I
Now,
met him.
my question is, you knew about his past, you knew about the gang affiliation, and you thought this would be the person to bring in your children's life?
I didn't know him in his past, Your Honor, but when I had met Navarro, he was sober, he was clean, he's a great role model when he's not on drugs. My kids look up to that man very much. When he is on drugs, he does make poor decisions. I do respect the fact that he reached out to try to get help. I watched him go through that. My kids did not see any of that, Your Honor.
All right, so when you were in the vehicle with him,
Yes,
you knew there was marijuana in the vehicle?
I didn't, Your Honor.
So you didn't know about any of the drugs being in the vehicle?
No, I didn't.
All right. Any other questions?
There you go.
All right, thank you. Call your next witness.
My client, Your Honor, Thomas Navarro.
All right, if he can come back up. Can you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God? All right, you can lower your hand. Make sure you keep your voice up for me and the court reporter. If you'll state your name for the record.
Thomas Navarro.
All right, defense.
Thomas, you know why you're here today, right?
Yes, sir.
And do you have a drug problem?
Yes, sir.
And what's your drug of choice?
Heroin.
And if this judge sees fit to put you on deferred probation, will you abide by the terms and conditions, including any kind of treatment program?
Yes, sir.
And what kind of treatment were you engaging in before you were arrested for this offense?
I went to a methadone clinic.
And was that helping?
Yes, sir.
And on the day that this happened, were you still a Mexican Mafia member?
No, sir.
When did you leave that
2014.
2014? So you're an ex-Mexican Mafia member, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And if this judge puts you on probation, do you have a job?
Yes, sir.
And what's it doing?
Leveling houses.
What?
Stone house, leveling houses
Leveling houses, okay. And who would you be living with?
with Shannon.
With who?
Shannon.
Shannon. Do you have other family here in town?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Who?
I have my brother and my mom.
Okay.
My son
And your son. Where does your son work?
at Walmart.
Are these people supportive of you?
Yes, sir.
Do you think you could complete a deferred adjudication probation without having to get revoked and come back and be sentenced?
Yes, sir.
And you understand this is a first degree felony. What could you be sentenced to in the worst case? You want to come back, do you? Pass witness.
State.
Yes, Mr. Navarro, you admit that you were convicted of the repeat allegation, which was possession of 1 to 4 grams back in 2020.
Yes, sir.
But you also had a conviction for aggravated assault with deadly weapon in 2008. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
You were sent to prison. You actually received probation, but then you were subsequently sent to prison. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. No further questions, Your
All
Honor.
right.
I have no questions, Your Honor.
All right, any other witnesses?
No.
Court will hear argument. State, what are you requesting?
State request to 10 years. TBC.
Defense?
We are requesting some level of deferred probation. My client has a place to stay. He has a plan to deal with his drug habit. You've heard his girlfriend come up here and tell you that she's gonna help out with him. And he's also resigned from the Mexican Mafia.
Okay. All right. Mr. Navarro, I want you to know that I've heard everything that both parties have said. I've internalized everything. I've listened to the testimony, your testimony, and the testimony of the witness. I don't believe you're a good candidate for probation. As previously stated, I'm finding the enhancement true, going to find you guilty, sentence you to 10 years in the prison, give you credit for any time served. I request the therapeutic community. It doesn't increase the time that you're in prison. There's to be restitution and no contact with Circle K at 5100 Crest Way in Windcrest, Texas, 78239. Jennifer Green, Michael Shannon, Luis Molina, Amanda Aldana, William Blue, Christopher Johnson, and there's to be no contact with Shannon Dow. Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendants' Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it? Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, good luck to you, okay?
Thank you.
All right, did you have something you wanted to say, miss? Because you're not being a good parent to your children. You've been driving around with him in a vehicle, and I don't have the legal ability to do it, but I know if I drug tested you today, it would not come out nice. I don't know why I do not know why someone would bring a guy into their household who has all of these things going on. Guess what? If it's just you by yourself, you're an adult. Children have to go where their parents go, and they're expecting that their parents are making good decisions for them, and you are not. You and the person who's with you with their arms folded, y'all are excused. Goodbye. Court is calling 2024 CR 4115, State of Texas versus Lorraine Nicole Farias. Could I have the parties announced for the record, please?
Jason Garrett, for the state, Your Honor. Ray Lopez for the defense, Your Honor.
And are you Lorraine Farias?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, have you received all the discovery? Did you review it with your client?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Are there any applications in this case? Did you review the true bill of indictment with your attorney? Did you understand it? Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
We do, Your Honor.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented? Any objections?
No, Your Honor.
Did you review the document entitled Court Admonishments with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes.
The charge is theft under $2,500 enhanced. That's a state jail felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 180 days up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you, and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call in the right to remain silent?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand by entering this plea bargain agreement, you were giving up those rights? Did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea bargain agreement in this case?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you believe she has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against her?
I do, Your Honor.
Do you believe she's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Farias, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No, ma'am.
Anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
No, ma'am.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived her right to jury trial. Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
According to the plea, 16 months in the state jail facility, no applications, State will take in consideration 7270220. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Defense is at the plea.
Yes, Your Honor.
State is at the plea.
It is, Your Honor.
Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in both places?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, have there been any such motions?
They have not, Your Honor.
To the offense, how do you plead?
A no contest.
State any evidence.
Yes. No objection, Your Honor.
All right, state you may be excused. Did you review the document entitled waiving consent to stipulation of testimony and stipulations with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call and the right to remain silent?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports, but most importantly, there'll be no live testimony? Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments, and the court will review the same. After reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, court will find there's sufficient evidence to find you guilty. The court will find you guilty. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
No, Your Honor. We just asked the court to follow the plea bargain agreement.
Court is going to sentence you to 16 months in the state jail facility, give you credit for any time served. Take in consideration 7270020. There's to be no contact with Richard Ramirez and no contact with Coles. Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we can go off the record. How old are you?
I'm 39.
Stop stealing.
Yes, ma'am.
You know what? Is a day in custody worth a pair of Nikes? You act as though it is because you keep doing this. Stop.
Yes,
Things are just things. If you want things, go get a job, pay for it.
Yes,
And if you think it's too expensive, then that means that you don't need it. All right, good luck to you.
ma'am.
Thanks for dressing appropriately for court, but you always do. So how's life treating you?
Pretty good, pretty good. Thankfully, I haven't given a job, being occupied, same with my family, that someone's going to
Okay, awesome.
job.
Well, is there anything you need from the court?
Can I tell him something to my attorney?
Sure.
He's wondering if it's possible that he could get permission from the court to go to Mexico at one point or another in the future.
Oh, to go where?
Mexico to visit family and stuff.
Oh, I'm sure that'll be fine if everything is working well with him. I don't think probation or the state will have any objections to that. So just let the court know.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So probation, how's everything going?
Judge, based on the report that was received from him, his CSO, he's been doing very, very well. They've not had any concerns. Nothing is going on. I mean, he reports on time. He's doing his drug tests on time. The field visits are going good. Like, they don't have any concerns at this point.
Yay.
He's listening to his lawyer
Okay, that is so awesome.
and to the court,
Yeah.
especially to the court.
So when does he think he wants to go to Mexico?
Your Honor, I think by the end of this year or January on the next year.
Okay. All right. If something changes, just let the court know and we can come in. All right. So when do you, yes.
Judge, I do believe Mr. Ross Evans is currently on field visits once a month.
Mhm.
I would ask at this point, we can see about dwindling those field visits once every 60 days or 90 days.
Okay. So we'll start with field visits once every 60 days. And then what I'll do is I'll bring us back here to see how you're doing. And then if he's still doing well, we can put it at 90 days. Then we'll bring it back and then it'll be at probation's discretion.
Yes, Judge.
So we're just doing things step by step so people don't get overwhelmed, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, so do you all want to come back at the end of August?
That's fine, that would be good.
You could drug test me and I am clean, Your Honor. I'm not from Texas.
Yeah, I think you are dirty. All right, Enrique Soriano. Alfonso, she's not from Texas. What do people have against Texas? Doesn't Beyonce have a song that says, does she say in her country song, this ain't Texas or something? No Texas Hold'em or something? Oh, it's a Monday on a Tuesday. All right, who's here on Enrique Soriano? All right, we'll await for your attorney, okay? All right, court is going to call 2023 CR 10870 Matthew Castillo for the state.
Jason Garahan, Your Honor.
All right, this hearing was scheduled at 9 a.m. It is now 11:36 a.m. Defendant has not made an appearance. State.
Your Honor, we're supposed to call.
All right, that will be granted. The defendant will be remanded without bond. If the defendant makes an appearance, the court will reconsider. All right, Dallas. All right, thank you. All right, and do you have, I need a stamp for a motion to revoke. A stamp for the motion to revoke. I have the file. It's Dallas. All right, thank you. Michael DeLeon. Virginia Cerner, what's happening?
Judge, once again, we're ready for trial on
Okay.
that, and we're going on the murder, we wanna just
All
get a
right.
speedy trial and get the next available court date so we can resolve that.
All right, so
City
Deputy
Hall.
Laura, if you'll hold Virginia Cerner for 1:30, and we'll see what happens with the murder case.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Jordan Davis.
Yes, Jordan Davis, we did the discovery, it's first setting. We're missing the discovery that we're asking all of them to.
All right. So where are we on this case?
Your Honor, it's a first setting. I have reviewed the discovery that we received. We are missing portions of a dash cam and we're asking the state to go back to the police department and see if they preserved it. So that's what we're asking for continuance based on.
And state, how long will it take you all to see if there's dash cam?
I mean, 3 weeks, rather than it max.
All right. So is July 15th enough time?
That should be sufficient, Your Honor.
All right, we're coming back on July 15th for the dash cam.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Brenda Rodriguez, come forward. All right, so defense, did you tender your mitigation information to the
Yes, I
state?
did. I emailed to Escobar.
Okay. And what are you trying?
What's that?
What are you trying?
It's a harassment of public servant in 144.
All right, when do you expect your trial to be completed?
Tomorrow.
All right, so I'm gonna recall this for the plea deadline date to June 17th.
Okay.
Once I give you the reset form, you're excused. Jose Lopez. Jose Roberto Lopez. All right, where is he? Is he out here? All right, Mr. Lopez, have you seen a doctor yet?
No, man, no, Your Honor.
All right, so defense, did you file the motion?
Everything's been filed and with the court.
All right, so defense, you're gonna need to go down to magistrate court and see where your client falls on the list to see a doctor. I'm going to recall this and I'm recalling it for July 9th.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
All right, thank you. All right, this is family violence. Did y'all have a chance to review the violation report?
We briefly spoke, I have not seen it, Judge. We briefly spoke about it. Council filled me.
All right, then if you'll step back,
Sure.
have him review this and then I'll call you back up. And you need to remove the gum if you're chewing gum. All right, just have a seat. George Abaye.
It looked really good. Taste-wise, it is also very good.
থ্যাংক ইউ
কোথায় শিখলে বিফ লাজানিয়া বানানো?
এটা ফার্স্টে ইউটিউব থেকে দেখেছিলাম এন্ড দেন কয়েকবার বাসায় নিজে ট্রাই করেছি 4-5 বারের মতো যখন আমার মনে হচ্ছে যে রেসিপিটা পারফেক্ট করতে পেরেছি।
দেখিয়ে দে আমি মৌসুমি।
মৌসুমি কি বানিয়েছেন?
এটা হচ্ছে চকো ক্যারামেল চিজ কেক ব্লসম।
লুকস বিউটিফুল। আই থিঙ্ক আজকের দেখা ওয়ান অফ দ্য বেস্ট প্রেজেন্টেশন।
থ্যাংক ইউ।
কি করেন আপনি?
আমার ছোটোখাটো একটা বিজনেস আছে ফুড নিয়ে, পাশাপাশি আমি ট্রেনার হিসেবে রাজশাহী মহিলা টিটিসিতে আছি। আমি মাস্টার্স কমপ্লিট করেছি হোম ইকোনমিক্স থেকে, আর এছাড়াও আমি হোটেল ম্যানেজমেন্টে ডিপ্লোমা করেছি, আর এখন করছি হলো কুলিনারি আর্টসের উপরে ডিপ্লোমা। এছাড়াও আমি কিছু লেভেল কমপ্লিট করেছি যেটা কুকিং এবং বেকিংয়ের উপরে।
সো আপনি রাজশাহী টিটিসি ট্রেনার?
জি।
সো রাজশাহী টিটিসি ট্রেনার হিসেবে ইউ হোল্ড আ ভেরি হাই পজিশন ইন দ্য সোসাইটি, রাইট? সো ওই পজিশন থেকে এসে এরকম একটা প্ল্যাটফর্মে দাঁড়িয়ে নিজের খানাকে প্রুভ করা, দ্যাট টেকস আ লট অফ গাটস। অল ইউর স্টুডেন্টস আর ওয়াচিং, যারা আপনাকে চিনে তারা দেখছে।
জি।
অ্যান্ড এটা তো অ্যাবাউট নাও তো 50-50, ইট ক্যান গো এনি ডিরেকশনে। ফুড প্রেজেন্টেশন নিয়ে আমি বলেছি, ইট লুকড রিয়েলি গুড। টেস্ট ওয়াইজ ইট ইজ অলসো ভেরি গুড।
থ্যাংক ইউ।
এভরি লেয়ার, ডিফারেন্ট এলিমেন্টস অফ ইট ভালো লেগেছে।
জি।
নিচের সসটা ভালো লেগেছে।
থ্যাংক ইউ।
আমাদের যদি সিলেক্ট হয়ে যান তাহলে কিন্তু একটা লম্বা সময় থাকতে হবে, মানে এত কিছু বাদ দিয়ে ওইটুকু কি করা সম্ভব?
সম্ভব, কারণ আমার বাচ্চারা খুব করে চায়, এটা তো আমার ভালো লাগার একটা জায়গা যে আমিও চাচ্ছি এখানে যেতে। সঙ্গে আমার বাচ্চাদের খুব ইচ্ছা যে তার মাকে এই পজিশনে দেখা যাক, তো আমি হয়তো বা জবও ছেড়ে দিতে পারি এখানে যাওয়ার জন্য।
মৌসুমি, আমরা আপনাকে ওয়েটিং কার্ড দিব, ঠিক আছে?
থ্যাংক ইউ।
আসুন।
ইয়েস, পেয়ে গেছি আমার কাঙ্ক্ষিত কার্ডটি। যদি আমি অ্যাপরনটি পেয়ে যাই, তো আমি যেখানে জব করি তাদেরকে আমি জানাবো আমি ছুটি চাই 2 মাসের জন্য। যদি তারা মানে রাজি হয় তাহলে ওকে, আর যদি না রাজি হয় তো আমার স্বপ্ন পূরণের জন্য আমি জবটা ছেড়ে দেব। তাও আমি যেতে চাই ঢাকা।
আসসালামু আলাইকুম।
ওয়ালাইকুম আসসালাম।
আমার নাম তাসনিয়া আলী।
কি বানিয়েছো আজকে?
আমি বানিয়েছি বিফ লাজানিয়া।
কোথায় শিখলে বিফ লাজানিয়া বানানো?
এটাই ফার্স্টে ইউটিউব থেকে দেখেছিলাম, অ্যান্ড দেন কয়েকবার বাসায় নিজে ট্রাই করেছি 4-5 বারের মতো, যখন আমার মনে হচ্ছে যে রেসিপিটা পারফেক্ট করতে পেরেছি।
সেটা পারফেক্ট আছে?
আই হোপ সো।
ইটালিয়ান আইটেমে কোন উপাদানটা ছাড়া কখনো ইটালিয়ান ডিশ হয় না?
টমেটো আর মজ্জারেলা, ওদের প্রত্যেকটা আইটেমে কাইন্ড অফ এই দুইটা জিনিস কনসিস্টেন্ট থাকে।
অরিগানো অলসো।
অরিগানো অলসো, ইয়েস।
এখানে মজ্জারেলা আসছে?
জি, হোমমেড মজ্জারেলা, যেটা আমি নিজে বানিয়েছি।
হোমমেড?
জি।
I am very impressed যে you make your own mozzarella.
থ্যাংক ইউ।
আর কি কি ইটালিয়ান ডিশ তুমি ভালো তৈরি করতে পারো?
স্প্যাগেটি উইথ মিটবলস, এটা ফ্রিকোয়েন্টলি বানাই। আরেকটা হচ্ছে তিরামিসু।
বাংলা খাবার বানাতে পারো?
জি, পারি।
5 ফোড়নে যে ব্যবহার করা হয়, 5 ফোড়ন নাম শুনেছো?
জি।
5টা মশলার নাম বলো তো।
মেথি, মৌরি, কালিজিরা, জিরা, নর্মাল জিরা, অ্যান্ড না সরি লাস্টটা মনে পড়তে
রাঁধুনি থাকে ওর মধ্যে।
ও হ্যাঁ, সর্ষে
রাঁধুনিও থাকে, রাঁধুনি থাকে। মনে করেন আপনি সেরা রাঁধুনি হয়ে গেলেন,
জি,
15 লক্ষ টাকাও পেলেন,
জি,
দেন করবেন কি?
আই থিঙ্ক কুলিনারি আর্টসে একটা ডিগ্রি পারসিউ করব ফার্স্ট অফ অল, অ্যান্ড বেকিংয়ে আমার আরও বেশি অনেক কিছু, যে অনেক টাইপের আইটেমস আছে, সো ওগুলো আমি আমার প্রফেশনালি শেখার ইচ্ছা আছে, তো আমি মোস্ট প্রবাবলি স্কিল বিল্ডিংয়ে ইনভেস্ট করব সবার ফার্স্ট।
So for now, we'll give you a waiting card. ঠিক আছে?
Không đi con, ôi chơi lắm cái này.
Cô phải lên, con đánh con của bạn. Con dạy là.
Thôi học đi. sẽ tô phần con ơi, đi đâu ấy? Mình sẽ tô cái phần chúng em Hello Kitty này bằng cái màu hồng nhá, hồng phấn này. Đôi môi là màu đỏ nè. Mình đã tô xong phần đầu với cái màu hồng nhá.
ওয়াও মনে হয়, ভিজুয়ালি দেখতে অনেক সুন্দর হয়েছে।
হ্যাঁ, প্রেজেন্টেশনটা ভালো।
থ্যাংক ইউ।
ওয়েটিং কার্ড পেয়েছি। ঢাকা অডিশনের জন্য একটু টেনশন হচ্ছে নেক্সট রাউন্ডে আমি যেতে পারবো কিনা।
সুরাইয়া পারভিন, কি বানিয়েছেন আপনি?
আমি একটি ডেজার্ট নিয়ে এসেছি আজকে, লেয়ার কার্ড ফ্যান্টাসি।
আমি জানি না টেস্ট কেমন, আমি জাস্ট আপনার প্লেটিংটা দেখেই ওয়াও মনে হয়। ডেজার্ট ছাড়া আপনি ইন্টারন্যাশনাল কুইজিন আর কি বানাতে পারেন?
থাই, চাইনিজটা পারি,
থাই আর চাইনিজ কুইজিনের মধ্যে পার্থক্যটা কি বলতে পারবেন?
কিছুটা কাছাকাছি, কারণ এই দুটার মধ্যে আপনার যেই জিনিস প্রোডাক্টগুলো আমরা ইউজ করি প্রায় একই রকম। অনেকটা ডিফারেন্স আছে। থাই খুব ঝাল হয়, চাইনিজ অত ঝাল হয় না। আর থাইতে প্রচুর কোকোনাট ইউজ করে, চাইনিজে অত কোকোনাট ইউজ হয় না। এছাড়াও এরকম অনেক উদাহরণ আছে জি দুটো ফুডের মধ্যে। জি,
সেরা রাঁধুনিতে কেন এসেছেন?
আমি মনে করি ম্যাম সেরা রাঁধুনি একটা হচ্ছে বিশাল বড় একটা প্ল্যাটফর্ম, যেখানে নিজেকে আমি উপস্থাপন করতে পারবো সবার সামনে, আমি আমার প্রতিভাকে দেখাতে পারবো। ফিউচারে আমার খুব ইচ্ছা নিজেকে একজন সফল উদ্যোক্তা হিসেবে তৈরি করা। আমি মনে করি সেরা রাঁধুনি আমাকে সেই প্ল্যাটফর্মটা আমাকে তৈরি করে দিবে।
আজকে যদি আমরা আপনাকে ওয়েটিং কার্ড না দিই তাহলে আপনার কেমন লাগবে?
ভালো খারাপ দুইটাই লাগবে। কার্ড পেলে ভালো লাগবে, না পেলে ইনশাল্লাহ পরের বার আরও ভালোভাবে চেষ্টা করে আসবো।
আপনি তো আমাদের আগের চ্যালেঞ্জেসগুলো দেখেছেন, অনেক ইন্টারন্যাশনাল, অনেক ফিউশন, অনেক ডিফারেন্ট টাইপ অফ চ্যালেঞ্জেস থাকে। সো আপনার মনে হয় আপনি রেডি?
ইয়েস, আমি রেডি।
তাহলে চলে আসেন, আপনাকে আমরা
চলে
একটা ওয়েটিং কার্ড দিতে চাচ্ছি।
থ্যাংক ইউ স্যার। ওয়েটিং কার্ড পেয়েছি, ভালো লাগছে। জাজরাক আমার ফুড খেয়ে অনেক প্রশংসা করেছে। ঢাকা অডিশনের জন্য একটু টেনশন হচ্ছে নেক্সট রাউন্ডে আমি যেতে পারবো কিনা।
আসসালামু আলাইকুম।
ওয়ালাইকুম সালাম।
আমি শারমিন সাবালিনা। আমি আজকে নিয়ে এসেছি পিনা কোলাডা পাইনাপেল কেক।
ভিজুয়ালি দেখতে অনেক সুন্দর হয়েছে।
হ্যাঁ, প্রেজেন্টেশনটা ভালো।
থ্যাংক ইউ।
কি করেন?
একাডেমিক পড়াশোনা শেষ করেছি আমি, আর বর্তমানে আমি কালিনারি আর্টসের উপরে ডিপ্লোমা করছি, আর হোমমেড একটা খাবারের বিজনেস আছে যেটা আমি আমাদের এলাকাতে রান করছি।
শামিন, আপনি কোকোনাট ইউজ করেছেন এখানে?
না সে
পিনা কোলাডাতে কিন্তু কোকোনাট যায়। ইটস আ মিক্সচার অফ পাইনঅ্যাপল এন্ড
কোকোনাট।
আমার কাছে মানে কেকের টেস্টটা বেশ ভালো লেগেছে।
আমার কাছেও কেকের টেস্টটা ভালো লেগেছে। ইটস নট টু সুইট, দেয়ার ইজ পাইনঅ্যাপল। when you call it
জুসি।
থ্যাংক ইউ ম্যাম।
আপনি এটা ছাড়া আর কি রান্না করতে পারেন? ঝাল খাবার কি রান্না করতে পারেন?
বিরিয়ানি, কাবাব, হচ্ছে মুঠি কাবাব, শামি কাবাব, ইন্টারন্যাশনাল আছে, জালি কাবাব।
ইন্টারন্যাশনাল কোনো খাবার?
যেমন চাইনিজের মধ্যে ফ্রাইড রাইস, চিলি চিকেন, ওনথন, থাই স্যুপ, এগুলো সব পারি।
চাইনিজের মধ্যে তো থাই আসে না।
আসছে না।
আমি জানি আপনি জানেন, বাট আপনি নার্ভাস কেন এত?
প্রথমবার আমার অডিশন তো সেই জন্য।
আগে কেন আসেন?
আগে আমি মানে গত সিজন আমি ভাবছিলাম যে দিব, তারপর ভাবলাম যে না, আমি একটু কাঁচা আসছি, এখানে তো দেখি অনেক সব দক্ষ সবাই আসে, ওই জন্য আমি ভাবছিলাম একটু ভালো মতো শিখে তারপর যাই, সেই জন্য।
সো আপনার মনে হয় আপনি এবারের জন্য রেডি?
হ্যাঁ, আমার মনে হয় আমি রেডি আছি এবারের জন্য।
তাহলে আমরাও রেডি। এখন আপনাকে একটা ওয়েটিং কার্ড দেই।
থ্যাংক ইউ শেফ। সেরা রাঁধুনির ওয়েটিং কার্ড পেয়েছি, আর আশা করছি গ্র্যান্ড অডিশনের জন্য সিলেক্ট হব ইনশাল্লাহ। এটা পেয়েছি, এটাতে অনেক খুশি লাগছে। ইনশাল্লাহ গ্র্যান্ড অডিশনের জন্য সিলেক্ট হলে আরও বেশি খুশি হব।
Làm cho chú cá này uyển chuyển này, bơi lội. Với cái phần vây là cái màu cam nha. Mình đã tô xong cái phần vây ở đuôi nha. Mình đang tô cái phần vây của chú cá ở phần lưng nha. Mình tiếp tục tô cái phần vây ở chỗ phần dưới của đầu nè. Phần vây là rất là dài nhá.
আপনার রাইস যেটা জি খুব যে খারাপ হয়েছে সেটা না
On top of that, it is slightly overcooked.
আমার নাম প্রীতি ইসলাম। আমি আজকে কোকোনাট রাইস রান্না করেছি, কোকোনাট রাইস উইথ গ্রিল চিকেন অ্যান্ড কোরিয়ান্ডার সস, সাথে পামকিনের আরেকটা সস দিয়েছি। ডেজার্টে দিয়েছি বাহারি মোহনভোগ।
আপনার মানে এই যে রেসিপি জি সব কিছু মিলিয়ে কি মনে হয় সেরা রাঁধুনিতে পার্টিসিপেট করার জন্য এটা দিস ইজ বেস্ট রেসিপি?
জি আমার কাছে মনে হয় যে এটা বেস্ট হবে।
Preeti, first thing আমি আপনাকে টেকনিক্যাল জিনিসটা বলি,
Yeah, sure.
ঠিক আছে? It's very dry. Second জিনিস হলো গিয়ে whole roast is not the ideal thing to do when you're serving this at a restaurant or এরকম একটা কুকিং শোতে. You don't expect the judges or the customer এটাকে কেটে নেবে. On top of that, it is slightly overcooked.
এখন একটু আমরা টেস্ট করে দেখি। আপনার রাইস যেটা জি খুব যে খারাপ হয়েছে সেটা না, ভালো, থ্যাংক ইউ। আর ডেজার্টটাও মাইল্ড, মানে মিষ্টির ব্যালেন্সটা ভালো আছে। জি জি। কিন্তু ব্যাপারটা হয় কি যে যখন আমরা অডিশনে আসি তখন এতগুলো জিনিস দিয়ে আসলে অডিশন না
আমি
দরকার
এনেছি
ছিল
কারণ
না।
আমি হচ্ছে ফুল প্লেটারটাই সার্ভ করতে
ঠিক
চেয়েছি।
আছে
এটা আমার ইন্টেনশন
এতগুলো না দিয়েও আপনি শুধু একটার উপর যদি ফোকাস দিতেন তাও মনে হয় আপনার
আমি
বেস্ট হতো।
সবগুলোর উপরে সমান ফোকাস দিয়েছি, বাই মিস্টেকেনলি একটু ফল্ট হয়েছে হয়তো, কিন্তু আমি চেষ্টা করছি খুব যত্ন করে করার অ্যাকচুয়ালি।
আসলে যত্নের ছোঁয়া এখানে আছে আমি দেখতে পাচ্ছি, এবং রেসিপির মধ্যেও আমার কাছে ভিন্নতা লেগেছে, আর কিছু টেকনিক্যাল ফল্ট আছে। তো আমার মনে হয় ওইগুলো যদি একটু কারেকশন করা যায় তাহলে ইট ওয়াজ গুড।
Kriti, the chicken has flavor, চিকেনটা মজা, সসটাও মজা, রাইট? বাট বেসিকে প্রবলেম হয়ে গেছে। বেসিক ইজ আপনার কুকিংটাই তো ওভারকুকড।
আমাকে অ্যাকচুয়ালি পোলট্রি চুজ করতে হতো মেবি এই ক্ষেত্রে।
ফার্মের মুরগি ইউজ করলে মনে হয়
পোলট্রিটা
জি।
বেশি জুসি।
অফ কোর্স।
আমার এটা ফল্ট হয়েছে, এটা আমি বুঝছি।
But I think overall taste ভালো আছে, and I think it's a good effort. We want to give you a chance.
Thank you, chef. Thank
Wait
you.
করেন, আসেন আপনাকে ওয়েটিং কার্ড দেওয়া হবে।
আমার খুবই ভালো লাগছে যে আমি ওয়েটিং কার্ডটা পেয়ে গেছি। আমি কিন্তু কনফিডেন্ট ছিলাম যে আমি ওয়েটিং কার্ডটা পাবো, আর আমি এখন অপেক্ষায় আছি নেক্সট রাউন্ডে ঢাকা যাওয়ার জন্য। আমি আশাবাদী যে আমি ঢাকা পর্যন্ত যেতে পারবো।
Mình đã tô xong quả dứa với cái màu cam nha, phần lá là màu xanh nè. Còn phần chùm nho này, đây là một chùm nho chín nha. Mình đã xong cái màu cam này rồi. Mình sẽ tô bằng cái màu tím nha. Màu tím nha. Đây là cái màu tím nè. Mình sẽ xếp lại cái màu của mình vào cái hộp màu này. Để cho nó đỡ chặt nha. với những quả nho màu tím nhá, mình sẽ tô. Một chùm nho rất là nhiều quả nho nhỏ nha. Mình đang tô phần chùm nho với cái màu tím nhá. Một cái giỏ hoa quả gồm 4 loại quả là quả xoài, quả táo, quả cam và quả nho. Mình đang tô phần quả nho nha.